All right. To start off, you're going to want to lay out your Excel sheet so that you only have three columns of data. So I'm in Google Sheets. I'm going to go into Upload or Imports. Come over here, Upload, Browse, and I got this from you, and create new spreadsheet. You can just enter the new sheet, detect automatically. So this has a lot of information that you're not going to need. So all we really care about is mailing address. So these names. So I'm actually not going to delete the names just yet, but there's a way to kind of combine all this data without needing to really go through and see exactly, you know, like combine it manually. There's right around 1,000 entries into here. So this one already takes care of it. It'll combine the names, which is great. If not, you could always do equals concatenate, click what you want, and then you could comma it to create a new string, do a parentheses, you can do and parentheses, or you can do and space, comma, add the next person that you want. So right before the space, I would do another space, comma, and then their last name if they share the same last name. So here you actually need to do a comma, parentheses, another space, parentheses, comma. So it'll bring up like that. But we don't need to do it here because the list that was sent already has it. So we could delete these and we have this data. So in terms of here, we're going to want to create a new tab on the right. Here, this is going to equal our mailing names. That's all set. Autofill. Our B we have is going to be our address line. So if you look at an envelope, there's three lines. There's name, the address, and then there's a city, state, zip code for American addresses. So this is going to equal the mailing address, and then autofill. And then right here, this is going to equal C2, comma, parentheses, comma, space, parentheses, which that's basically putting a comma into a space after Lexington and then comma into KY. So actually I did that wrong. So right here I want to control X, do the string. So then it's going to be concatenate C2, comma, space, D2, comma, parentheses, space, comma, or parentheses, space, parentheses, then comma, and then your zip code. So that way you have it as such. So now here we have F, G, and H. So we're going to Iauto, change out your paper to a number 10. So first of all, I always start off with new, one row, 10 height, 0, one column, 10 width, 0. Click OK, click add. So here we have a little box, and from here I'm just going to make it a little bit bigger. Double click in here, type in your actual mailing address, and then same thing as, name, street, city, comma, state, comma, zip. So, that would be your actual mailing address. You could change it to whatever size you need it. So that's going to give me red because it's not going to fit. So I'm just going to avoid a bug down the line, just going to put it here to your mailing address. Now to do the actual data, we come back over here. We want to download this data as an Excel sheet. I'm just going to do Iauto. I'm just going to do Iauto And then into here is going to be table. So this one is going to be new table. You're going to have 3 rows, 10 height, 1 column. Column width is going to be 10, column spacing to be 0. So you should see this. I do this one as left align and I add it. And then right here, you could change out or make it as big as you need. So right here, you click, this is just left clicking. Now if you right click into here, find current cell. Before you do this, you need to batch application data, do a table, splitting with rows because we're splitting it this way, not this way. Coming back to here, splitting with rows, and then we'll just minimize this. How many lines are there per page? It's going to be 1 line per page. It's not unless you're using multiple lines. So it's going to be 1 line. Starting line is going to be number 2 because we have a header row on that data sheet. Next, browse, and should be this one. So you just want to give this a second. Literally took a second. I didn't even pause it. Done. There's 973 pages. Click next. So now we can come here, find current cell. So this is going to be our name. So we're going to come over here. This is going to be, it says F2, but because we already deleted this one before, it's actually going to be F1. So coming back over here, we do F1, click add, click X. So you're going to see the first name, findings. So find current cell. You're going to do F2. I'm going to click add. Going to exit out. Find current cell. Okay. Let me just do not F2. So the next one is going to be, that's why that didn't work. So the next one is going to be G because it's going to be our address. So it's actually going to be G1. Click add, exit, find current cell. So we go back over here. It's going to be H1. H1. We're going to click add. We're going to exit out. So we'll have our batch data here, and you will see if we move this in tight, even though this shows well, right over here we could change our pages. If we keep bumping up, we'll see the red box. That means it doesn't fit. So you just need to increase it. You also, if you don't like how this looks left aligned, you could also in the table make this center aligned. You can make this into whatever handwriting font you normally use. But that's pretty much how to set up a CSV into a table. Right over here on pages, you just use the up arrow on your keyboard. If you hold it, it goes up by tens or a random number in about 10 to 20 increment. If you press it, so once this loads, once you press it, it goes up individually based off every single time you press it. Now you could create Excel stuff to minimize anything that doesn't have the proper data you need. But that's how to, once you have everything to your liking, just clear it, click all and then click right. And it'll pretty much bring all of this over here and you can start writing it to your Iauto.